Like a trio of ants excitedly making themselves busy around a chunk of fruit, the whitecaps ahead harass some poor soul in a dinged-up flatbed. Too busy with their current treat, they wave me on.
You don't look like trouble. You're fine to go through.
There's the train, just ahead.
All right, what's the plan?
We get alongside, we steal the weapons, we get out.
Okay, I'm ready. I think. Are you ready?
Born that way, kid. The train leaps down the track like a greyhound foaming after a jackrabbit. Its rattling cars sway like bulky charms on a long, ugly bracelet. Far below us, I spy the spark and glow of White Street's ashen wasteland. I come to a grim realization. We're above the burn pits. This isn't good. Honeybee won't last long in this heat.
The what pits?
Past the pits, the tracks go into the Undercity. We have to stop the train before then.
Sorry, what do you mean, stop it?
We have to derail this train, kid. Ideally before this car melts. The city's a blur, but the cargo door beside us is tantalizingly close. Almost like I could reach out and touch it. I'm busy trying to puzzle out how exactly Tayana meant for me to derail a moving train when I see lights in my mirrors. Whitecaps. Terrific.
Call for backup! They're trying to stop the train!
Gia, look!
I see him. We don't have time for this. Maybe we can end this scrap before it starts. Not my finest hour.
Ooh, that's gonna leave a mark.
I feel like old Ahab, watching with crazed excitement as my quarry screeches its death knell and plunges into the depths. Time for an unscheduled stop.
Wowzers.
The train cut an ugly gouge through the ash heaps as she reached her final stop. Now she's just another pile of scrap in the pits, half buried and groaning like a beached whale. As we approach, I try in vain to block out the sulfurous choke of our surroundings and the memories that come with them. I feel bile rising in my throat. I clench my fist so hard my gloves squeak. The disease we called the wasting wasn't just a sickness, it was a curse. The kid doesn't see me retch onto the ground. Good. Some things nobody should ever see. Keep it together, Randazzo. You got a job to do, remember?
What is this place, Gia?
Anything that can't be saved ends up here. You'll want to watch your step.
Are those? Oh God!
At the sight of charred bones among the refuse, she claps a hand to her mouth and wrenches her eyes shut, as if willing reality itself to change. I give her time to compose herself.
Let's get out of here as soon as possible.
Couldn't agree more. The car is torn open, like an overripe fruit spilling its seeds across the ash. I ought to crack one of those larger crates open. Bingo. The glint of iron and the hot red glow of Aether gone sour. To my eyes, the ordnance looks a lot like that cockamamie Aether cannon General Eli had strapped to his truck. Only these are handheld, ready for his goose-stepping goons and their itchy trigger fingers. I spy something else buried in the straw. It's a casino chip with the name Dreamland stamped in gold. Well, well.
What is it?
The whitecap who loaded up this crate is surely gonna miss this. Seems a few of Eli's heavies spent their furlough off in Mar Magdalen's paradise of vice. Wonder if the good general knows where his boys have been sneaking off to. The guns pulse with a steady red glow. Why not get an edge? Our buyer won't know the difference. Maybe Nellie can work with Cress and rig her up to my ride. I grab a gun and stow it in my trunk.
Oh no. This is horrible.
I watch, befuddled, as the kid leans into a crate, ignoring the soot smearing the front of her dress, and starts tinkering with the guns. I hear a pop as she tugs at something. The angry red glow softens like a sunset.
There. The output will be trivial now.
I squint into the gloom and try to catch a closer look at the kid's hands as she works. What the hell is she up to? It doesn't take an Aethonics engineer to see she's sabotaging the guns. The whine of escaping Aether and the hot light dimming into darkness is like a candle being snuffed out. Well, Professor, I can't wait to hear your explanation for this. She continues her sabotage, the lights of the crate dimming. Then she rounds on me, her sunshine eyes burning with sudden fire. Nellie, you can't. You need to stop. I'd had the audacity to stop Hephaestus mid-swing and the kid rounds on me, her sunshine eyes burning with volcanic fire.
This is Aether. This is my field. I know the specifications. I know the output. They won't hurt anyone now, but I can still convince the buyer to take these. I know I can. Please, Gia. You saw what happened at the parade. Let me do the talking. Trust me.
She's tense, her teeth gritted. Doing this means something to her, something real. I feel a hot pressure behind my eyes. I squint it away and exhale, ash swirling around me like snow. Yeah, kid. All right. She can't suppress a squeak of delight as we load the crates together. She does a terrible job reining in the smile tugging at her cheeks. As we take off, I make a silent prayer to whoever might be listening. Please don't make me regret this. Industrial smelting vats for metal and scrap. But when the wasting ripped through the lowers, Whitestreet couldn't get rid of all the bodies fast enough. I fight the urge to shield my mouth against the falling ash. First time I've ever taken down a train. Not that tough, all things considered. But I can't waste time feeling proud of myself. This wasn't exactly quiet. Whitecaps will show up to investigate any second. The mugs who work the pits use the skeletons of old shipping containers like these as makeshift sorting stations. One container's door hangs open, its hazard markings barely visible under years of soot. The ground surrounding it looks loose and unstable. I'm knee-deep in ash and debris when the ground lurches under my feet. The unstable pile of detritus I'm standing on starts to slide, dragging me towards a nearby pit. I scramble backward, my boot dislodging something heavy, and probably valuable, that tumbles down into the darkness, swallowed by toxic smoke. Oh, great. We approach a checkpoint manned by an overstaffed contingent of Eli's troops. They look fat and happy, just the way I like them. This should be a breeze. I hope.
You look like a fine, upstanding citizen. Move along and have a fine day, you hear?
The old railway warehouse is deep in magical territory. It stinks of stale booze and dangerous boredom. Violence is crouched and ready to leap out from every crevice in this den of riveted steel and stacked crates. Last chance. You're sure you want to do the talking?
I'm good at talking. Don't be so tense, you worrywart. I have a foolproof plan. Just promise me you'll let me handle it.
I look over at our buyer, scarred by daggers and disease, and her goons flanked around her like prize steers. Then I glance back and marvel at the kid's placid smile. All right, kid. I promise. She can't possibly know how much danger we're in. Maybe it's better that way. A rat-chewed couch marks this as a comfortable place to relax. And if you believe that, I've got a bridge you might like to buy. Those are Dreamland colors. So Banger and her boys are working for the infamous Mar Magdalene. Banger's cocky to be flying this flag openly on the General's Island. Imported Irish whiskey. No surprise the Madrigals prefer the nectar of their fair Emerald Isle to the swill poured here. Hard to tell if that copper tang in my nostrils is rusted iron or dried blood, until I spot the brown splotches on the floor. I watch Nellie's eyes dart from stain to stain, absorbing the remains of the last deal the Madrigals conducted here. Bullet holes. Erratic pattern, no consistency. Suggests maybe a rat problem. Or chronic psychosis and an imaginary rat problem. Banger taps her boot impatiently on the steel gangway, her temper rising with her foot's tempo. When she speaks, her voice barks out like a Belfast crow.
8 shot?
Before I can do anything, the kid jumps in front of me.
Yes, that's me. Hello?
You're joking.
Madonna. This was the foolproof plan?
I never joke about murderous ordnance. No, ma'am.
You're 8 shot Randazzo. You're the one who tossed Nikki Grayson's place.
Yes. Yes, I sure did. Tossed it all up.
Nellie's joints are frozen in place, and Banger's mug has twisted into a mask of suspicion.
Did you know? And where is that again? You'll remember, of course, as you were there.
What are we, trading rap sheets? We came here to do business.
And just who exactly are you?
I'm here to make sure you Irish bugs don't try anything funny with my pal 8-Shot. Right, Randazzo?
Right, my fellow paisana.
Whatever.
Nellie shoots me a less than subtle look. Banger shakes her head in a parody of grave disenchantment.
I'll admit to a feeling of disappointment. Here I thought I was meeting a living legend of the lores. But looking at you, you're a right letdown, you are.
Oh, well, I didn't exactly have time to... Is it my dress?
Nay, it's that I don't believe for a sweet second you're 8-shot Randazzo. And that's got me wondering, who the hell are you?
Look, you all seem real busy, but we don't have time for a game of 20 questions. She's who she says she is. Now, are we doing this or not? The glint of violence in Banger's eyes is somehow less upsetting to me than the wounded one in Nellie's. I know I made the kid a promise, but she's blowing the deal. I'm not about to stand here and watch Banger carve her in half. Well?
Right. I've had enough of your lip.
There's a hot ring in the air and the world goes hazy. I'm vaguely aware of my hand on my pistol grip and a hard impact on my shoulder. It's the floor, I realize, come up to meet me like an old friend. Why am I on the floor?
Gia, no!
The kid's next to me, tears jumping down her cheeks. And behind her I can see a smudgy outline. Looks a lot like Banger wiping her cleaver on her pants to clean off the blood. My blood. It's all gentle and quiet as the edges burn away. The last thought I have is a punishment. A rap on the knuckles for not trusting the kid to handle it herself. Maybe next time I'll get it right, Zio. Maybe next time. Banger taps her boot impatiently.
8 shot?
Before I can do anything,
Yes.
You're joking.
Madonna.
I never joke about murder.
You're 8 shot.
Yes.
Nellie's joints are frozen.
Did you know? And where is that again? You'll remember, of course, as you were there.
I like to think my judgment's pretty good. Better than most, anyway. But despite it, when Nellie shoots me a solicitous glance, I keep quiet and just nod silent encouragement.
Oh, that Nikki Grayson. Tisk, tisk. It's a trick question. Nikki never actually owned the place himself, did he?
I amaze myself with my ability to keep a straight face. Banger's less composed, squawking out an astonished cackle.
You've got me there. He never did pay it off, the poxy bastard. Fine then. Let's be about it.
Please, let me show you what these fine weapons are capable of.
Right. Be quick about it, or I'll skin you both with me pocket knife.
Well, you see, what's extraordinary about these particular you see, what's extraordinary about these particular firearms is, how much do you know about Aether dispersal? It's quite a basic demonstration of the Cherenkov effect, but unless you're familiar with the latest journals... Anyway, what's neat is...
The confusion on the Madrigal's faces shares a border with rage, and the map lines are quickly blurring. Nellie looks to me desperately for a lifeline. What she means to say is, one pull of the trigger, and whatever you're aiming at gets turned into tomato paste.
Yes, that's true, but think of the non-violent applications, which could open up potential career pathways not involving wanton murder.
Nah. Oh, I like tomato paste.
Okay, so we've got a deal.
Hold your horses, you mule and prat. I won't be rushed.
The kid and I watch in horror as Banger grabs one of the Aether guns. She hefts it with a cocky flourish, drawing guffaws from her mates. I try to run interference. So you're sourcing shooters for Marm now, eh, Banger? How's the old Frau looking these days? I hear she's on a drip feed of pure schnapps.
What'd you say?
Couldn't help but notice your Dreamland colors. Does the General know White Street's got a mole problem?
Fierce clever, this one. No, the big man's none the wiser. For now, that is. But when we rock up on his veranda with these beauties...
Banger spins around, aiming at a nearby crate and pulling the trigger. There's a pause, a weak puff of pink Aether exhaust, and nothing. The crate stands resolutely intact. The silence that follows is heavy enough to crush the lungs. We're cooked.
What's this now? You trying to pull one over on us?
The Madrigals grip their iron tighter. Banger drops the Aether gun and hefts her steel cleaver. I've got half a second to make my move. It's now or never again. My sidearm's out and roaring before I think to reach for it. I watch like a film reel spun extra slow as crimson flowers bloom from the chests and legs of Banger's goons. Nellie's screaming as I burn powder, over and over. In an instant, it's all done, and I'm standing astride Banger's groaning form like the Colossus of Rhodes. I notice with distant surprise that she's not dead.
Finish it.
No thanks. Here's what's gonna happen. We're taking the money and leaving. Seems I only grazed you. So before you walk out of here, you're gonna rest there for a spell and think about what it costs you to cross 8-shot Randazzo.
Knew it. Who's the professor then?
None of your concern. You won't ever see her again. I reach into Banger's coat and pull out a brick-sized wad of cash. As I turn my back on her, I stop to yank on the crates near the train track, tipping them into the open sky below. I watch them shrink and disappear into the clouds, and rejoin a trembling Nellie. Okay, kid. Let's get out of here.
Gia, that was...
I grab her by the shoulders and she twitches in fright. It takes her a moment to perceive the quiet in my eyes, but eventually she wilts, and then we're standing together in a little oasis of calm. Listen, Principessa. Your turn to trust me now. I believe a girl's always got choices, but sometimes folks will make it real tough to see them. It's over now. We're safe. And we gotta hit the road. Okay?
Okay.
Job's done. Let's get back to Tiana. Tiana is speaking into the mouthpiece of an ebony telephone, her voice softer than velvet and more furious than fire.
No, this is unacceptable. Our deal was for 20%.
She spots me and motions for me to make myself comfortable while she finishes up. I gladly oblige, sinking into the cushy leather of an armchair.
There's your mistake. You don't know me. Do not presume because I am polite and beautiful that I will hesitate to collect what is mine. Tell Victor I will visit him in 3 days.
She hangs up, breathing out hours of stress in a single sigh. She's instantly composed again. Done?
Oh, snippy, are we?
Might be in a better mood if I'd known what I was stealing, and how tough it'd be to steal it.
Have I upset you? You're sitting across from me now, are you not? You aren't a child. Do not whine like one.
These things are more than just pop guns. You could bring down an island with that kind of firepower. That doesn't bother you?
No, it does not. I know better than to visit the kitchen to see how the cow is butchered. I simply enjoy my steak.
Well, bully for you. Some of us still have a conscience, you know.
Ha! Come, come. Tell me how things went with the madrigals.
We got it done, but things went a little sideways at the meetup.
I see. Is Banger?
Still alive. Gave her something to remember me by, though.
Giovanna, if I made money as efficiently as you made enemies, I would be living in a palace in the Heights.
So I saved my own hide. You waiting for an apology? Take a number, sweetheart.
I need my customers to be upright and breathing, Giovanna. I find they're more amenable that way.
Right.
No matter. Your conscience is your concern. Now to mine.
I hand Tiana the wad of dough and wait patiently as she counts the bills. Satisfied, she places the cash in a cigar box and hands me a slip of paper.
Your payment, as promised.
I also managed to snag one of these for myself. I pull out the red Aether gun I nicked from the train and place it on the table between us. Its crimson glow throws Tiana's guarded face into sharp relief.
You show impressive initiative, Giovanna. I'm sure we can find a use for this.
I think it's best we let the kid handle it. She seems like the expert. What do you think this stuff is going to mean for the lowers?
Well, I do not have my great-grandmother's gift for sight, but my guess would be it will mean the same thing it usually means. People will die, and those like you and I will profit greatly.
And you're comfortable with that?
Of course.
Think it was a mistake to leave Banger alive?
My father used to say, your enemies cannot haunt you if they're dead. I'm not sure I believe that. What do you believe?
I slide my hand into my coat pocket to hide the sudden tremble at my fingertips. I don't know.
Giovanna, I've never known you to look over your shoulder. Byrne is an angry pup, and you brought her to heal. I wouldn't worry.
I get the feeling you're itching to tell me how you would have done things differently if you were me.
No need to be coy. If you're curious, I will tell you. The truth is, what's done is done. Everything else is smoke in the wind.
Gotta get going.
Always a pleasure. We're overdue for a proper chat. Come by later. I will make tea. And Giovanna?
I'm reaching for the door, its cold brass cooling my hand. I turn back for a moment.
Try not to let that conscience of yours bother you too much.
At that, I can't help but grin.
Giovanna.
I found some things that are more unique. Mind taking a look?
And pray tell, what diamonds in the rough have you found, Mishichu?
And what can you offer me?
I'm sure I could find a collector for something like this. Do Vigenia.
Back already, huh? Drive safe.
The barge we're using is a rusted corpse left on the side of the road, half buried in trash and waiting for someone to put it out of its misery. Two figures wave us into the shadows.
Chris, you brought her along?
Watch tone, Alex. She does good work. You even said so.
One good deed means little. I hope you're right about her.
You know I can hear you, right?
Ugh, don't mind him. Hi, honey. It's good to see you again.
We ready to go?
Here, grab this morning. Plates, tags, all good. Had the permission papers drafted in the archive. Should pass at a glance.
You two are a long way from home. How'd you get roped into this?
We need to do something. This is how we make things better.
His wife's earnest response freezes the snide remark lurking on his tongue.
They do the same for us. Even if not, they don't deserve to be there. Simple as that.
How'd you nick a whole barge out of White Street?
We took it off a driver who parks near the free home. He likes a drink before his shift.
He's still asleep. We finish this right, he'll never know the thing was gone.
Press, time to go.
Get back safe. We'll bring everyone home.
Thank you, and you too. Be safe, please. We don't need anything happening to the both of you.
They unveil a hatch behind a pile of dirt and steel. Within seconds, they're gone.
Gia.
Most of the time, Cress has a hardened shell. Prickly to some, impenetrable to most. Built to protect against the world. She turns to me, defenses up, but a vulnerable seriousness radiating from her.
I'm not leaving those people stuck in that hellhole. You're running interference. I need you to get me there and get us all out again. If anyone sees us, it could blow the whole thing.
Don't worry, Cress. I'm on the clock. I'd hoped for smooth sailing, but the lone guardsman up ahead poses a problem. He's bored, waving his gun around like a toy, looking for anything to make the night more exciting. He spots me. Damn it. I can see the barge moving up the ledge of the island, nearly within sight of the guard post. I have to keep the heat off us. I'm no damsel, but I do my best impression. I mess my hair, widen my eyes, and drive up to the guard. Sir, Sir, help. They're after me. Bandits, thugs, evil men. They're right behind me. I only just escaped. The guard shoots me a grin more bloodthirsty than reassuring. He thanks me before sprinting off to rain vengeance on my imaginary attackers.
Nice work. We're through.
A sudden inferno catches my eye. The glint of polished boots and oiled rifles reflect the devilish light as White Street thugs ransack a storefront on fire, its wares spilling into the street.
Burn the contraband! Find the traitor!
A shopkeep steals away from a back window, carrying a bulging sack over his shoulder. His leg catches the sill, and he falls to his face. Guards are rounding the corner, seconds away from spotting him. Cress, I might have to make a detour.
What's wrong?
I have to help someone. Won't take more than a minute.
Don't you blow this, Chia.
It's a gamble, but a man's life is in the balance, and I figure I can tip the scales. I slam the accelerator, bursting around the corner and through the guards, tearing a path past the cars and into some side street. The Whitecaps give pursuit, but their lumbering rides weren't made for tight corners. I catch a glimpse of the shopkeep's shoe as he jumps the fence and makes good his escape.
Chia, where you going?
I got it under control. I shake my pursuers with a few clever switchbacks and downward dive before making it to where I started. A bundle sits nicely where the shopkeep had recently escaped. Well, would you look at that?
Damn it, Chia. That was too close.
I load my car onto the barge and take over at the helm. Garbage day has no exceptions in White Street. We arrive right on schedule and the guards wave us through without a second glance. An enormous inverted headstone. The tomb is a grave marker for hope. The only way out is down. Nothing and no one gets out, unless they're dropped to the earth thousands of feet below. The clock ticks. Cress and I wait in a darkened bank of smoke and cloud. 10 minutes late.
They'll show up. Just watch for their signal.
I massage pins and needles out of my thighs while we sit, unmoving. It's only a matter of time before someone comes around to ask questions. Cress, get down! Cress ducks under the dash while a massive shadow swoops alongside us. A groaning barge burdened with thousands of pounds of waste, driven by a man oblivious to our cold sweat.
Hey there, slow day, huh?
Yeah, just waking myself up.
Hey, oh, I get it. Nobody's busting you for taking a 5. I was just taking a break myself. Mind if I join you?
Something shines in the darkness behind him. The signal? My heart's in my ears as I figure out how to move the barge captain along.
Get rid of him.
Word of advice. I spotted officers circling the area. They won't take kindly anyone slacking on duty.
Intelligence officers? Here! You're pulling my leg. It's been quieter than a cemetery.
Just up on the east ledge. Probably planning a surprise inspection. I'd beat it.
Good tip. Take care, friend. They'll take at you for anything. Dirty magazines, parking, painting your neighbor's dog green.
The barge pulls away and Cress unhides herself while I hunt for the glint of signal light. Many attempts have been made, and each time it's made clear. It doesn't matter how much firepower someone brings, the prison remains unassailable. An observation booth surrounded by darkened glass and the big blue nothing. I hope whoever's on duty is taking a nap. The searchlights pan back and forth, waiting with a hair trigger to light the sky on fire with enough ordnance to sink an island. Cress, there's the chute. A pencil-sized light in the mouth of darkness. Adrenaline and hope are the only things keeping the Aetherians from losing what precious grip they've got on that chute.
That's them! Go!
Wait, searchlights first. The barge is a heavy dance partner, but with me leading, she moves with the grace of a ballerina. We leap from shadow to shadow, dodging out of sight until we land near the chute. We pull up on the tomb and look up into the darkness like gravediggers plundering the ancient world. Except the weathered limbs, calloused fingers, and gaunt faces in this sarcophagus are very much alive, waiting for us with anxious vitality.
Get in!
On it! Lucy, help Owen down!
I don't know how long they were clinging to the chute, but I hear relieved groans and shouts as several bodies thump onto the bed of the barge.
Thank you, miss. Any later and we would have been grounded.
Don't thank me yet. We still need to get clear. Cress, where are we heading?
Far bank. Good job keeping them off us, Randazzo.
The tomb's guards buzz around looking for us like angry wasps defending their hive, but we're safe from their stingers. For now. We ditch the barge at the harbor, hustle the Aetherians into our cars, and make tracks.
Here!
Cress points to a wall of nothing but discarded machinery. But then, I see it. A small Aetherian symbol. The hidden door opens before I finish hiding the cars. Paupers must be watching.
Gia, no matter what, stick close. I mean it.
Where are you taking us?
Home.
Cress is my only point of reference as we navigate the Undercity. A maze that winds and bends in the dark blue light flittering through gaps in the brick and machinery. We reach an unmarked door.
Watch your eyes.
A hidden cityscape, bathed in aether light and rhythmic machine sounds, spreads out before me. I exhale an appreciative whistle while I blink the dots from my eyes.
Not what you were expecting?
This is amazing.
We've had a few decades to figure it out.
Long embraces, teary faces, and inside jokes coax tired laughter out of the Aetherians as they reunite with their friends and families. I can't remember the last time I talked to my folks like that. Not since Zio died. The tomb had aged them, but the promise of safety rolled back the years, returning them and their loved ones to better times. You all right?
I'm better off than them. They've escaped the tomb, but they're still prisoners. We'll have to beg another Baron to take their contracts, and then this whole thing starts over.
You got them out, Cress. Everyone got to walk away. Sometimes that's the best outcome.
It shouldn't be.
Cress?
Hey, is Owen settling in okay?
Yes, thanks to you. He'll be fine. We all will. But, I'm actually here to tell you Iron Hand's looking for you.
The Aetherians around us stare sympathetically. Some even shrink away with looks of guilt.
Gia, I have to deal with this. If I'm lucky, it won't take long. Stay here.
Aetherians start young. They learn to take your car apart long before they develop their whitewashed eyes.
The negotiations were making progress. Ah, you must be Giovanna. Gia, I'm told you prefer. Sam Lowe, president of the Undercity League.
The so-called rats might get looked down on, but even the barons had to pretend to play nice with the Undercity League. Samuel Ironhand Lowe represented every Aetheneer in New York.
I have to thank you. You kept our Cressa alive today.
He sticks out his hand to shake. A genuine smile follows. The man's warm, inviting. A memory of Pop showing us our new sweaters on Christmas morning floats up from the recess of my mind. Surprised you know me. What have you heard? My name's taken some hits. Depending on your racket, it's usually passed around either with caution or horror. He turns towards me, thumbing his suspenders, and gives me his whole attention.
Good things. Our friends Alexander and Maria, and Cress here too, describe you as someone to rely on.
That's it? His eyes drape over me like a warm blanket, wrapping me in an understanding look. He knows. He knows all of it.
This city is filled with stories, Gia. I've heard them all. What I've found is that the only ones worth paying attention to are those happening right now. And your story right now is quite exciting.
What's the Undercity League doing in White Street?
Negotiation. White Street's been so busy with their war that they've neglected their duties. Eli is still obligated to provide every basic necessity to his Aether engineers.
Your negotiations have gone nowhere, Ironhand. The shortages, the imprisonments, the Terriers having free reign over contracts. You're begging for scraps.
Don't downplay our progress now. More food, medicine, and parts. Even some years shaved off contracts. Negotiations might not be as flashy as a prison break, but they make a difference.
You didn't see them in the tomb. They couldn't wait.
And now how many more will be rounded up, locked away? How many Terriers will be down here intruding in your lives, looking for those you freed, adding more years to contracts? Eli is not made of stone. Even he's capable of compassion. He could have been talked into seeing his judgment was too hasty. Now he'll harden himself.
You give him too much credit.
He will regard every one of us as a potential accomplice.
He's never gonna change his mind, no matter how much ass you kiss. He was stringing you along. You're still just a rat. We're all just rats.
I am certain your friend here, even in her line of work, is familiar with making compromises with the Barons in order to succeed.
A Baron will try to pull one on you every chance they get. It's in their nature. We don't do ourselves any favors playing by rules they just laugh at.
I have this argument with someone regularly. I'll tell you what I tell him. You can't make a car fly with a cracked engine.
I've got a roll of tape that says otherwise. But I know, life's not a car, even if it'd be easier if it worked like one.
But what's done is done. Cress, I may not agree with your methods, but thank you. Thank you for helping them escape. I will take care of the rest.
What are you going to do? Eli's probably heard about the prison break by now. He's probably got patrols up and down the barony looking for them.
What I do best, negotiate. Our newly liberated friends will need new homes, quickly. I know barons who will buy the contracts. People who are not unreasonable. But Cress, next time remember, there is always a risk when you charge at the lion's head.
With that, the venerable Iron Hand leaves us, sharing friendly smiles and kind words with those he passes. Cress, on the other hand, goes slack.
Look at them. They believe every word of it. That this time the negotiations will work. They shouldn't have that hope.
You all right, Cress? That didn't seem like the first time you've gotten a talking to.
Ironhand's not a bad guy. Honestly, he overworks himself, trying to keep the rest of us afloat. I understand it, but he makes it hard to argue back.
The more I look at Cress, the more I see the sway on her feet, the way she keeps massaging around her prosthetic limb. Either the job or the chat with Ironhand was catching up to her. Ready to head back?
Not yet. I want to stop off at the Department of Contracts.
I hear Alexander and Maria's voices drift over from the shop. Despite their hushed tones, it's not hard to guess the source of their concern.
Not good. They need food, bandages, water, but we're stretched so thin as it is.
It can't be helped. They're family. We'll find ways to survive. It's what we do.
I never wanted to bring our child into a world like this. I didn't want them to just survive. I wanted more. Better than what we have.
Lexi, we'll get through this. We're going to make a better world together for all three of us. We still have options. Don't give up hope yet.
Alexander rests his head on his wife's shoulder. They're lost in a few moments of peace, just the three of them. Whether it's the quiet or the exhaustion, there's no anger when my presence intrudes.
Topsider, you pulled through.
Thank you, truly. When we lost them, we almost... You don't know how many spirits you've lifted. Thank you.
Cress was the one running the show. I just did what she asked.
She's been a good friend to the community ever since Eli's last purge. I hope we can return the favor one day.
Maria lets out a yawn deep enough to betray several sleepless nights. You folks look like you could use some rest.
Rest? Who has time for rest? The terriers say double shifts will end when the war ends. It's been this way for years.
It didn't used to be this bad, even for White Street. But after the bombing at Santa Anita, the priorities changed.
Eli took off the sheepskin, that's what changed. He was looking for an excuse to go back to war and dragged us with him.
White Street's always been a powder keg. Can't imagine it any different down here.
You think terriers, contracts, and long hours are new to us? We're taught the terms from birth, but it used to be livable here. Clean water, islands that didn't flip barons every few months. We took care of ourselves.
Even topsiders were friendlier. There was this one older lady, owned a pool. Sometimes she'd let Lexi and I go at night.
Maria?
And swim. We could keep the lights off and no one knew we were there. She died not too long ago.
The new owner tried to report us first time we showed up. It doesn't matter, the space was requisitioned for military purposes sometime later. Everything for the war effort.
I overheard you talking. Something about making a better world? That made ripples in whatever bubble of peace they had. A subtle glance, a flash of worry, and silent debate passes between the two of them before the tension drains.
You see how we live? Our children shouldn't know how to use a wrench before they know how to walk. I want to teach our child more than taking apart generators. How to make music, how to swim, how to wind skip.
Do you remember when you taught Kelly's boy how to skip stones? You two stayed up all night.
That boy. Clumsy, but determined. Couldn't get more than 2 bounces no matter what I taught him.
I reach into my pocket and pick out a few flat stones. I make sure there's eye-catching patterns and colors, the kind I would have snapped up as a kid. Here, blue ones from the burrows. Could probably spin a story off that.
Skipping stones. You keep these on hand?
I like to have them handy, just in case. Alexander smiles softly, holding my gaze as he pockets the stones like he's handling a wrapped parcel.
Thank you.
The cold, barren walls, rich smell of oil, and familiar clank of tools quickly announce this building's purpose. A garage like this is a smuggler's best friend. Nondescript, affordable, and discreet.